Happy morning all of you. Welcome back in Shri Ganesh online education series. Dear students, today I am here with the new chapter. Chapter number 7. Our chapter's name is Swaraj First Conquest. Swaraj First Conquest. Okay. So for this purpose, what is required? Your mobile phone and your textbook and notebook. Okay, all these three things are very important. Okay, so if you are not taking your book and notebook, please pause the video, bring your book and notebook, sit on a place and start the video again. Okay, so those they have not opened the books, open your book, page number 25. Swaraj First Conquest. Okay, so see, as I mentioned the chapter's name, Swaraj First Conquest. Okay, so mention chapter's name in your notebook also. Now we are going to see an introduction of this chapter. Okay, so put your index finger on the line, first paragraph. See, it is no doubt true that Shivaji and his comrades took the oath of Swaraj in the temple of Raireshwar. But it was a very difficult task in those days. Maharashtra was governed by 4 different powers: the Mughal Emperor of Delhi, Sultan Adil Shah of Bijapur, and Portuguese of Goa and Siddhi of Janjira. There were powerful opponents, firm in their authority. No one would dare utter a word against them. Under these difficult conditions, Shivaji had taken the oath of Swaraj. There was no comparison between the vast force of the enemy and handful of Shivaji's Mawla. But Shivaji's mind was made up with his firm resolve. Resolve was his greatest source of strength. Okay, so this much we are going to learn first. See, in previous chapter we have learned that Shivaji Maharaj took oath of establishing Swaraj in Maharashtra. In which temple he took the oath? The temple of Raireshwar. Okay, it was in deep forest. The temple of Raireshwar. So, see what is given. It is no doubt true that Shivaji and his comrades. In previous chapter also I told you meaning of comrades. Who can tell me comrades meaning? Companion. Very good. Comrades means companion. So companions took the oath of Swaraj in the temple of Raireshwar, but it was a very difficult task. They took oath, but it was very difficult task. Why it was difficult? You will ask me, sir, why it was difficult? He was Shivaji Maharaj, so it was not difficult for him. Yes, it was not difficult for him, but as all these things, if we will consider all these things, it was difficult for him also. Okay, but he made it easier one. Okay, so how he did that we have to see, and why it was difficult that we have to see first. See, in those days Maharashtra was governed by 4 different powers. Maharashtra was governed by 4 different powers. Okay, so see which were those powers. See, for example, this one is our Maharashtra, and this Maharashtra is governed by these 4 powers. If one power is there, he can defeat easily, but 4 are there now. Okay, for example, for fighting, 4 are from that side and 1 is from this side. Who will win? Those 4 definitely, correct? So like this difficult situation was there. Then also see which 4 governments were there. Mughal Emperor of Delhi, Mughal Emperor of Delhi, Sultan Adil Shah of Bijapur, Sultan Adil Shah of Bijapur, I told you, AB, Adil Shah of Bijapur, and then Portuguese of Goa, Portuguese, this word is new for you, you have not listened before this, but keep in mind, Portuguese of Goa, and the 4th one, Siddhi of Janjira. Okay, so these 4 powers were there at that time. So see, and they were powerful opponents. They were very powerful opponents. Firm in their authority, no one would dare utter a word. See, at that time no one would dare to utter a word against them. Do you know utter a word means to speak a word? Okay. Under this difficult condition, Shivaji had taken the oath of Swaraj. Under this much difficult condition, Shivaji had taken the oath of Swaraj. There was no comparison between the vast force. Now, vast force means big force or large force. See, I have given here. Vast means big or large. In large quantity, in more scale, force was there with them. Force of enemy. Enemy means, enemy is opposite word of friend. And a handful of Shivaji's Mavalas. And handful of Shivaji's Mavalas. Shivaji's Mavalas, they were also very clever and handful. They were very clever in their work. But Shivaji's mind was made up and his firm resolve was his greatest source of strength. Okay. So like this introduction is given here of Swaraj, the first conquest. Okay. So now how he worked on the Swaraj, that we have to see. Now from here he is going to start his work. Okay. So how he started his work, that we have to learn now. See. Now before that I would like to tell you that this diagram you have to draw in your notebook. Okay. As a homework. Introduction, Maharashtra, Mughal Emperor of Delhi, Sultan Adil Shah of Bijapur, Siddhi of Janjira and Portuguese of Goa. This diagram as it is you have to draw in your notebook in good handwriting, and these lines with the help of scale you have to draw. Okay, understood? Okay. Now pause the video, note down all these things in your notebook and then resume the video. So we will learn next point. Okay. Done? Shall I rough now? Very good. See. Torna Fort. Now what we have to learn? Torna Fort. See, Torna Fort. All I open your textbook again. Very good. See, now I will not read whole paragraph, simultaneously I will teach. Okay, so it will save the time. So while explaining, put your finger on the line. See, Torna Fort. Shivaji controlled the Jagir of Pune, Supe, Chakan and Indapur. Shivaji Maharaj controlled the Jagir of Pune, Supe, Chakan and Indapur. All the forts in the Jagir were, however, in the charge of officers from the court of Bijapur. See, all these forts, all the forts of Jagir were, however, in the charge of officers from the court of Bijapur. He who controlled the forts also controlled the surrounding territory, and therefore all talk of Swaraj without the control of forts was meaningless. So see, what is told, that one who controls the forts, that person, he controls the surrounding area of that fort. Suppose this one is fort. For example, this one is fort, and the one who is controlling this fort, whatever surrounding area is there, that area is also controlled by that person. Okay, surrounding territory area was controlled by those person. So all talk was meaningless of Swaraj if we don't have fort. Okay, if we don't have fort, then whatever we'll talk about that fort, everything is meaningless. So this was important point. See, then a hill fort gave strategic support to the ruler, and Shivaji decided to capture one at a suitable time. See, a hill fort gave strategic support. If we will have one hill fort, it will give us strategic support to the ruler, and Shivaji decided to capture one at a suitable time. And for this purpose, he had selected the fort of Torna. And for this purpose, which fort he selected? Torna fort. It stands to the southwest of Pune. Where it stands? It stands to the southwest of the Pune in the Kannad Valley. It was renowned fort. It was renowned fort, well situated for defense, and it was well situated for defense. There were two strong marches. There were two strong marches. Now, what is meant by march, that you will come to know. See, on the way to the fort, a machi is a fortification of a natural plateau. See, machi's meaning is given. A machi is a fortification of a natural plateau formed on the slope of a hill. Natural plateau formed on the slope of a hill. For example, see, like this. This one is our hill, and here like this. So this much area is called machi. Okay. So see, one of these machis was the Zunjar machi. Two machis were there. So first one's name was Zunjar machi, and the other the Budla machi. Which one? Budla machi. Zunjar machi and Budla machi. Zunjar machi, like its name, could offer powerful defense. Zunjar machi could offer its powerful defense, like its name. See, downside Zunjar machi's picture is shown. You can see here. See, I am showing here, but you have to see in your book also. See, downside name is also given. Torna Fort, Zunjar machi. Okay. So, turn your page. See, against the enemy. The only access to the fort was across the Zunjar machi. And the only access to the fort was across the Zunjar machi. Means, if someone wants to come on this fort, only there was a road or there was a path. Which one? Zunjar machi. If he has to go to Torna fort, he has to cross the Zunjar machi. Okay, like this. It is a very difficult passage with high hills, and the Zunjar machi's passage is very difficult. One side high hills are there, and another side deep valleys are there. Deep valley. On the other, a careless person may easily lose his balance. A careless person easily lose his balance and end his life in the deep valley. Torna was considered one of the strong fort of Maharashtra, and this Torna was considered one of the strong fort of Maharashtra. In the fort, there is a temple of the goddess Toranjai. In this temple, in this fort, there is a temple of goddess Toranjai. Which one? Goddess Toranjai. That is why the fort is called Torna. Strangely enough, this powerful fort was neglected by Adil Shah. And strangely, it's strange that this powerful fort is neglected by Adil Shah. Means he was not taking proper care of this fort. There were neither enough troops for its defense. Neither enough troops for defense means very few people were there to defense with others. And nor enough ammunition. Ammunition means, see, ammunition means quantity of bullets and shells. Quantity of bullets and shells. Okay. In Marathi we used to say it Daru Gola. In Chhatrapati Sambhaji Maharaj serial you have seen this. You have heard this word. Okay, Daru Gola. So that Daru Gola means ammunition. Okay, when you will heard that word in television, at that time you will tell that word to your parents in English. Okay, so it will be long lasting for you. Shivaji knew this, and this was exactly what he wanted, and Shivaji knew all these things, and so this was exactly what he wanted. He decided to capture the fort and thus lay the foundation of Hindavi Swaraj. And thus he decided to capture this fort and the lay foundation of the Hindavi Swaraj. Okay, so like this, Torna fort we have completed. Do you understand? First, what we have seen, introduction and Torna fort. On Torna fort, 2 marches were there. First one is Zunjar Machi and another one is Budla Machi. And if anyone wants to go on Torna fort, he has to cross Torna Machi. Okay, so like this, see, comrades, companion, vast, big or large, ammunition, quantity of bullets and shells. Understood? Very good. So what is your today's homework? These word meanings you have to copy in your notebook 2 times and read both the paragraphs, introduction and Torna fort. Okay, thank you very much.